Hey everyone, back today with another video. It's a bit of negativity in this one, so I want to start off on a more positive note. There's a content creator that I hope that you guys are following and consuming his content, named Deadwood Jedi. I think of the content creators that I'm aware of in the raid community, he probably is the least clickbaity, and really he posts videos when he has something to say or something important he wants to showcase. So I feel like I learn something every time I watch one of his videos, but I'm not being pulled in under some sort of false pretenses. Like there's not, is this the greatest, or is this the worst thing Clarium's ever done? Like those are the types of videos that he does. It's trying to inform, and that's what I like myself and what I'm trying to foster on my channel. And I really do think he's worth checking out if you like the content that I produce. Just additionally, he has his website set up, and it's not just the content that he's created. He's got a ton of stuff listed on there. There's a lot of resources that I think, no matter where you are in the game, there's something you'll find of use on his website. I'm going to link that below, as well as his YouTube channel and his Twitch channel. I just wanted to give a quick shout out for, again, if you follow me on Twitch, or you subscribe to me on YouTube and you watch these videos or watch me live, I really do think he's another content creator that you should give a chance to, because I feel like you would like his content as well. So now that I've gotten that out of the way, like I said, today is a bit of a more negative video, and it's not really the video that I wanted to create when I started this channel, because I did want to give you guys information, like try to teach you things or help you learn in the game and guide you in the right direction. And this is more just a rant about kind of not even Plarium, but the community itself, both the content creators and the community members. And it's about a couple of terms. Obviously, you know what they are from the title. The first one being the word budget. And I think this has come up a lot, especially recently. The word budget showing up in videos or in Reddit posts and like discussions about that. And you see champions like Maneater being discussed when you're talking about like budget teams for, say like Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss, right? So the thing is, in no world is a Void Epic budget. Okay, like I just want to get that out of the way. Like that's just not true and not the case. So even if as a content creator you think, hey, this would be way cheaper than making one of the most absurd clan boss teams that's, half Void legendaries and the rest is just regular legendaries. It's cheaper than that, but it doesn't make it a budget option, right? So Maneater, and this isn't really going to be a math video, but I do want to point out something really quickly. Obviously, Maneater is a Void Epic, so if we pretend for the moment that we are either a low spend player or free to play, and we're trying to get Maneater. So let's say that we have two real options, right? We're not going to open our voids just whenever we get them, because if there's a specific champion we want and it's not a rare, we want to make ourselves as likely to get it as possible. So we're going to wait for 2 times, or we're going to wait for 10 times. If we wait for a 2 times, and again, this isn't a math stream, so if you want to check my math or ask me, bring it up in the comments below, or on Discord, or in Twitch tonight. But you would have to open 110 Void Shards to have a 50% chance of getting at least 1 Maneater. 110 Voids during a 2 times. That is an incredible amount of Void Shards. And in no world would someone call that free-to-play, low spend, or budget. Like that's just not a thing, right? Because even if you somehow are saying that you can get Void Shards on average for like $2 a piece even, that's over $200 for 1 champion. And the claim is that that's a budget team. That's just blatantly not true. It's very misleading. And I think it should be understandable then to content creators when you get comments complaining that, hey, this isn't a budget team, why would you call it that? Right? Like there's some animosity. And maybe it's not intentional, but it is important to know, right, that just because you think something like the word budget applies does not mean the consumers of your content will view it the same way. So that's just with 2 times. Now, on the other hand, let's say you're incredibly patient and you are willing to wait until it's a 10 times event for Maneater and open all of your shards then. You still need to open 30 shards to have a 50% chance of getting at least one. So you have to get 30 void shards, save them for the 10 times for Maneater, and you're basically flipping a coin on whether you'd be getting one or not. So again, in no case is this actually something that you would want to call budget, right? Now, I think when you start getting a little further away from void epics, then it's a little of a different story of like where you can call something budget or not. I don't think anyone is ever going to complain if you're showing a team, like let's say for instance, I'm on my free-to-play account here, and I'm showcasing a team that I say is budget for arena, and I say yes, I have Tyrell, and that's my defense down in arena. But there are a lot of champions that fill this role that you can replace with. Even if War Maiden didn't exist and you needed, any of, a dozen champions that can put AoE defense down, it would still be a budget team because you don't specifically need Tyrell, you just need a defense down champion. Similarly, if talking about that same video, if I were posting about a budget arena team and I had something like Gnarlhorn, even Gnarlhorn, while it's a budget option early on, you could call it a free-to-play option if you're talking about someone that's like, yeah, if you are a few months in, there is a very good chance that you will have some sort of champion that has an AoE crowd control of some variety, right? Like, that is fine. If you said that you needed a rare in particular, then it's a little bit hazier for what we would call free-to-play. And that kind of brings me into what most viewers, I believe, are thinking when they go to content to look at and watch that is labeled as for free-to-play. I would say that the vast majority of players that are consuming raid content have been playing for less than 6 months. I think we can probably all agree on that. And even further, the players that are interested in just watching videos that have to do with free-to-play at all, the vast majority of those are going to be players that have been playing for less than 2 or 3 months, right? So if you're making a video and you're calling it free-to-play, those players are watching your videos with the intent that they are going to get some sort of information that can help them out of it. That's the vast majority of the case, right? So if you're not just talking like some sort of showcase, like for instance, there are plenty of streamers that showcase like absurd clan boss teams, and like they can do ridiculous things that no one else can. People watch those just to see what is actually possible in the game. But if you label your video free to play and you're talking about, you can do a 1-minute dragon, there are going to be a lot of players that open up your video and watch it, and then if they see, you've got Arbiter and 3 other legendaries in your team, they're going to go to the comments and complain. And it's because you didn't acknowledge that just because it's a free-to-play account, it's not actually free-to-play content. Because free-to-play content is really content that is directed towards free-to-play players. And most of them are, relatively new. They're either in the early game or the mid game or the very early late game. So they're not particularly far in the game. So content that relies on even specific epics is not really free-to-play content, unless that's a farmable champion or it comes from a fusion or something like that. Then obviously that's an exception. But no one is there's a lot of people, I don't want to say no one, but there are a lot of people that are going into videos now and they see, that it's listed as free to play, and you go in and, yeah, they're doing Dragon in less than a minute or something like that. But then again, you see ridiculous teams, and it's like, oh, gotcha. You're free to play, but your account is almost a year and a half old. Like, that doesn't actually help the free to play players. And again, you're not technically wrong by saying your account is free to play, but that does not mean it's free to play content. So, again, that was just a little bit of a rant that I had today. Maybe I'm just crazy and I'm the old guy yelling at the new kids to get off his lawn. But those are a couple of things that really kind of have bothered me in the last month or so in the community. And I just kind of wanted to put that out there. Please, if I'm wrong, let me know I'm wrong. I'm wrong all the time, and I appreciate it. If you call me out on that, so feel free to say so in the comments below, or again on Discord, Reddit, or on Twitch. And again, I do stream on Twitch every single night at the dailies reset, so 7 p.m. Central Time, at twitch.tv/cluelesseconomist. So I hope to see you guys there, and if you have something that you think I said wrong in the video, just let me know then. Thank you.